Cowboy fans actually think they're going to be in this year's Super Bowl as well. After 4 weeks of football, the Cowboys are currently sitting at a 3-1 record, sitting pretty there, and this has led some Cowboy fans to overreact, maybe. Um, and as usual, now they're calling for the Cowboys to make the Super Bowl this year. Um, Obviously, there's still a lot of football left to be played in this season. So, as our resident betting man and Cowboys fan, Jen, I'm coming to you. Is it too soon to predict the Cowboys making it all the way to the Super Bowl?
I mean, I think there's definitely a lot of overreaction. I don't see, being a diehard Cowboys fan, it's nice to see, the performance of the team doing so well. I mean, Trevion Diggs, he has the same amount of touchdowns as his brother, and his brother plays offense. So, it's definitely nice to see. I mean, all I want this year is, maybe NFC Championship game, just get the extra hump. We do have Dak for the next 4 years. So I think there's going to be definitely, we don't have to eat the whole pie all at once, or the whole cheese block all at once. All we have to do is, little by little, if we get to the Super Bowl, fantastic. It'll pay off my futures bet. But I have hopes on that every single year. But it's nice to see a game where we're not losing by double digits like last year.
Mm. Brandon, what are your takes on what you've seen on Instagram and Twitter?
Every single Cowboys fan is Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. At the beginning of the year, some, like our resident Cowboys fan, were calling for Jerry Jones to retire and just hand off the team. Um, and now that they're 3-1, there was a tweet right after that was like, Cowboys fans better get your Super Bowl tickets now. We'll be there. Every single year for the last 20 years, Jerry Jones has sold his team as America's greatest team of all time, and it has made it nowhere. They're doing better this year, I'll admit, but I'm not entirely sold that they're going to the Super Bowl after they're 3-1. They shouldn't be 3-1. They should be 2-2 because when they played the Chargers beat themselves. That was not a Cowboys win. That was more of a Chargers losing that game themselves. But they are playing really well. Pending an internal breakdown, you're pretty much guaranteed 12 wins this year, 6 of which are in your division, and your division sucks. So, I mean, they'll make it to the playoffs for sure. Going through the NFC is a whole different story. I don't think we'll see them in the Super Bowl.
Hmm. I guess follow-up question to that is, where do you see them finishing the season?
They'll win their division. It's not like that'll be hard. You've got Washington football team, you got the Giants, and you got the Eagles. It's not like they've got a lot of competition in that division for the title. I think they'll find themselves in a wild card spot. I'm gonna say a second round exit.
Jen, do you agree second round exit, or do you think you guys can take a little further than that?
No, I think we can definitely, get to at least the NFC Championship game. I mean, just look at around the league. I mean, last week we were talking about how, actually 2 weeks ago we are talking about how, you know, Tom from Tampa Bay was gonna, reach a Super Bowl. Everything was great. They got their mouth smacked in LA. And then we're talking about the Rams, being number one. They get smacked by Arizona this week. So no team in the league or in the NFC is undefeated. It's not undefeatable. There's definitely flaws. I mean, I do admit there's some flaws coming up. With some of the schedule coming up. But at the end of the day, I think Dak is gonna lead the boys at least to the NFC Championship game where he might face Aaron Rodgers or he might face Kyler Murray. But then again, Kyler Murray is like a ticking bomb at this point. You don't know what's going to happen next. He might be the greatest player ever played, or he could shit the bed and just like what they did last year.
What do you mean a tough schedule? This year you play 5 teams that were in the playoffs. 2 of those games are Washington football team, and one of those are the Saints. The Saints aren't near as good this year as they were last year. You don't have a tough schedule at all. You got one hard game essentially against the Chiefs.
right? But any game, just like we seen last week with the Titans, I mean, look what happened there. Every team can be defeatable. So, it's definitely not. I'm not definitely not counting all my eggs at once now. You know, what they want to be. We want to be modest when it comes to everything. Game by game, we'll see how everything goes. I hope Trevion Diggs, breaks the single season record for interceptions, which I believe is sitting at 14, on his pace right now to get 17 to 18 this season. With the defense like that, with a lot of players coming back, I think we're definitely going to have a good push uh, into the postseason.
Yeah, I mean, wishing the Cowboys all the best. Cowboy Twitter does need to calm down though, because you guys do love to overreact and assume a Super Bowl berth every year.
I mean, we even got Stephen A. Smith, saying the Cowboys are number two. He is the biggest Cowboys hater ever. I mean, I just wish that somebody would make a bet with Stephen A. And when that bet comes true, he's gonna have to wear a shirt that says "I love the Cowboys."